All right. So we are building a page for an author.
Yes.
Is that correct? So tell me a little bit about what you want on that page, and then we'll tackle it inside a page wheel.
Yeah, so essentially what I want is a just like a kind of like an intro page of who they are, just kind of like a synopsis, not necessarily a like a an about me page, but just
Mhm.
like a quick intro, what they do and kind of the whole purpose of that web page. Then I do want a bio page, and then I want another page like talking about their book,
Mhm.
giving a synopsis, and then having like a call to action directing them to the book.
Okay. Would it like what people are doing these days a little, which is a little bit more modern than having multiple pages because oftentimes they're going to be on their phone or something like that anyway, is to put that all on one page. It would be like a landing page, like a link in bio page, a
Okay.
reference page. Is that okay? Because that's
Yeah,
the easiest
absolutely.
thing to do. All right. Do you want to do open up your page, Bill, or do you want me to open up mine and build it there real quick?
I'd like to follow you.
Okay,
So
sounds good.
yeah, I'd like to see what you do.
All right, perfect. Let me open up here real quick. I'm like logged into about 35 accounts. So just want to make sure it's mine before I share my screen. And the other problem is my computer is bogging down. I'm like actually getting a new computer today. It's being set up because my computer is so bogged down. All right.
Uh, it's Friday. It's tired.
It is so tired, but like if I start lagging or something, I need, why is this not sharing?
No worries.
There we go. Uh, a second. It's not along with whatever they're writing. What's the subject matter of the author you're building?
So it's a fictional Christian story.
Mhm.
Let me pull it up in more detail.
So, like, for instance, it may be as simple as like, hey, I don't know, there's a Bible reading guide that goes along with the story or something like that, or a checklist. I don't know. It could be anything like that.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking about the first chapter, giving that away.
Mhm. So the first chapter, there's two ways you could do that is that you could create a digital product within our system. For authors, that's a little bit of a challenge because we're generally at 8.5 by 11 digital product. So you could copy and paste like the first chapter into that format, or you could just like upload that first chapter into like a Google Drive box and just use the link, if that makes sense. And so that
Okay.
the product wouldn't necessarily be hosted. If it was a digital product hosted within Pagewheel, then it would be in the 8.5 by 11 format.
Okay.
So since that probably isn't where you're headed on this, and you can always add that later, I'm going to start with the create a sales page. And
Okay.
this is basically, you could say a landing page. So what's the name of the book?
The book is called Voices from the Fortress, The Lion's Whisper.
And then just, I mean, give me a short sentence, kind of what it is about. This doesn't have to be perfect because
Yeah,
AI is going to use it.
I'll give you the first sentence.
Okay.
Crystal never expected her life to be interrupted by visions that felt more real than the world around her.
About, I'm just going to make up crap here. And remember, this is just prompts for the AI. So it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go in and edit it, especially
Right.
when we're talking about an author. Like it's very little language is probably going to remain when you're done. So then I will add my delivery links, meaning that like you're going to add to the whatever you're sending them to, or you're going to add that digital product later. We're not going to do that right now. We don't have images right now, but you could upload those images right there if you want to. But I think it's actually easier to do it on the next page where you can see what you're looking at.
Okay.
So this is going to create that landing page. And then what we're going to do is look at, hey, are we happy with the template that it shows, or do we want to go in and choose one of the different templates? There's about 6 or 7 that are specifically for authors, but quite honestly, all this is like Lego pieces, and you could like mix and match, add, subtract. So just finding something that's a good starting place is really what our goal is here at first.
Okay.
So you can see like it's pulling in some of the language. By the way, this is the uh, color palette that was already preset within my thing. I'm going to go ahead and change it just to give you like you could be changing this and adding in your own hex colors and stuff like that if you want to. And then each one of these sections, and you can see right here is kind of the page as it is right now. Um,
Okay.
this is a digital product template. We could go down and find like book feature page, book waitlist, book signing event, nonprofit feature, product listing. Like any of these you could use. Let's just do the book feature page and see how that changes things. But I'm going to show you in a minute that quite honestly, this could be done in any way because any of these sections can be replaced
Right.
or so. So like it pulled in some language from that wait list talking about but experiences inner strength from voices from the fortress. You could put your book thing there. If you don't love this layout, you can switch it out with refreshing the section. Like that one might be a good one for authors with if you want their face in it.
Or image, yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that if you're like that's too annoying is you could just add a section and then you can see all those heroes all at once.
And that'll just replace that page.
It actually will add it below it.
Okay, and then you
So
can just get
yeah,
rid
and
of
then you
that.
can like let's say you wanted to grab this one. And then what you could do is just either hide or delete the section that you don't want. So in fact, it didn't pull the picture in there, but and let's go into adding a background image. You could add up a background image if you wanted to, like the other one
Love
did
that.
there. So, all right. So I'm going to just switch this to one that has a, so we can kind of get this. And then I'm just going to delete this one. So the other thing I often will do with a landing page or a link in bio page, kind of like what we're doing, is that at the bottom they always have, oh, we don't even have it on this one. So let's add an about me section, like kind of a feature section for your author.
Yeah.
And then and it will pull in whatever image you have set up, but you can always overwrite it. And then so like meet the author, Holly Homer. I'm going to change the background color on this just to make it a little bit more stand out. And then I'm going to move it up to the top. Depending on if you want the author forward facing or the book forward facing, you may like switch those out a little bit. But a lot of time, if I'm doing like a kind of a status page, like here's about Holly, then I'll start with the bio, go into like whatever I'm selling or whatever I'm giving away right here. So like that's the other thing is if like let's say you wanted to do an opt-in, that's really like, hey, you're here. Do you want something free? Is a really good thing here too.
Okay.
Um, and then if you are sending them like if the like let's say this is the book for sale, instead of claim your copy now, you could say buy now, or get on the wait list or whatever. Buy now. And what I would do is grab this, open this link. So instead of having that link go to the next step, is you're going to put that in, maybe put the Amazon link or the, whatever bookseller you're using, put that in there
Okay.
instead. And then those links would just go forward. If, like, for instance, you don't want a something, you can just hide that there and it will just remove it.
Oh,
You
okay.
want to
If I
redo it.
wanted to do the wait lists, how would that look?
So what I would do is we have an opt-in here. So what I would just do is say is just go back and say join the wait list.
Okay.
And then just relabel this. What this means is all that information that's inputted is going to go into the list here. And if you don't need them to put their phone number in, you could just like remove that as well.
Okay.
If you wanted to add, like, let's say you start with a wait list and then down the road, you're like, oh, I now have that book available to sell and I'm going to ship it from my house. You could just change this to adding a shipping form. And then that you could take that information and money right here on the site if you wanted to. And you could just rework the page that you already had. So you don't have
Right.
to remake a whole website.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
Yeah. So like right now, this product is free because you're not charging anyone money. That just means the form, when it collects money, it doesn't collect money, it's just collecting information. If you start selling a book or something else from this, it could be even a digital download or whatever, you could switch that to a price and then the Stripe would be engaged and take that through.
Okay.
So basically, you can see how you could mix and match these things. You can click on it, change around the language, whatever you want to do. If you don't want that section, you can replace it. One of the things that I often will add is a video box. If you have an author talking about the book or something like that, that's a really meet the author, maybe a podcast they were on in the past. That's a really good way to do that. And all you need to do is put a
You just
YouTube
link
link in
it.
there. And that can
Awesome.
be unlisted if you want to.
Okay.
So I'll just get anytime you want to edit a thing, just edit where the text would be in a section and you would be, and then the section editor pops up. And so I'm going to just delete that section. And like, I don't know that we need this section, but I'll show you there are some sections like that. Let's see what in the 3-part sections, actually in the video and image that have buttons underneath of it. So like if you have, these are really nice. Like if you have authors that have multiple books, you could be like, hey, here's my other books and link those out to wherever they could buy them. So.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, you can obviously switch this. The AI didn't run on this. So if you wanted to rerun the AI, you could, or anywhere there's a plus, you can add language. The templates are pretty rigid in that if there's a photo there, you need to use a photo. If there's text there, you need to be a text, but you can switch those in and out with just the sections.
Okay.
All right. So because we have an opt-in on this one, the wait list, then that means that we'll be using the delivery page. So I'm going to go ahead and say, anytime you hit the looks good next, it's a hard save. Because they are opting in for something, then they will see this page. So you could just use this page however you want. Like, hey, join the Facebook, the author's Facebook group, here's, upcoming books, announcements, book signings, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll just edit that just like you did. Oh, the links are empty because I didn't put them in. Anyway, I'm going to overwrite it and say that's fine. This is the metadata stage. So like you could replace images when you share that page. This is what will be shared.
Okay.
And then if you are doing Facebook ads or something like that, you would run the pixels right in here.
Ready.
All right. And then anytime that you are using either the opt-in box for a sale or for an opt-in, then that person will also get their first email, and that's here. So you can I would edit this depending on however you're using this. Like, join the wait list or whatever. Or here's more information. Here's the next step. But just be aware if you're using that box in any way, this email will fire. So, if you're using it where you're not having anyone sign up for anything, then that those people will never see the delivery page or that email because they didn't, there was no way to get to that. So,
Okay.
so if like in that case, you would go through these steps, but they wouldn't fire until you switch that around. And then this was literally live right now. So I'm opening it up. Here's what we just built.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
so this could be, you can see how quickly you can pop these up without any problems. Oh, let me show you one more thing. So let's go back to previous step. So here's our offer page again. If I wanted to add a digital product that is hosted within the Pagewheel system, I would just hit that, and that will take you through creating a digital product steps.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you pre-make a digital product
Yeah.
and then
Yeah. In fact,
have
let
it
me show
just,
you. So actually, is you can, if I already had a product within my system that I've
it would
built,
pop
I could
up?
add there, or you could create a new product. And it's going
Okay.
to take you through like what colors you want, which will default to your brand. If you want one of our covers, you can upload a cover, or put a no cover. If you're making it yourself, I would choose the no cover option because it will default to the first page of whatever you do. And then this is the editor. You come down here and it says add a PDF. That's where like whatever you made in Canva or elsewhere, you could just upload right here. And then you'll see those pages in here. You're not able to edit those pages within our system, but you can rearrange them, delete them, duplicate them, add to them within our system.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy.
So, so pretty, it's just a little bit different than what's out there. That's why, like, just to make you aware of what's going on. And then you'll see whatever, you'll see your product here. If it will be in there. And then if you want to, these quick links will take you straight to the editor of the website, editor of the email, promotion if you want to do some social media stuff. And then anytime you want your links, this is where you grab the sales page, which is your landing page or the delivery page link.
Love it.
Anything else?
Can you send me this video? Is that possible?
I will absolutely will. And just remember, this is literally me in this box. So like if you like the live chat on Pagewheel is me. So
Okay. Yeah. Yesterday I thought it was just like an AI chatbot.
no,
And then
I'm
I came
very
back like
technical.
at like 10 o'clock at night and you weren't there. I'm like, that's weird. I've never seen an AI chatbot have the night off.
No, it's me. So yeah, but like if you get in the middle, you're like, I don't, this is weird, or I can't figure this out. Just send me a message, and if I'm on, I'll send it right back. If not, you'll get it in a few hours.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you, Holly. You saved me a lot
Sure.
of time.
All right, good. Well, good luck with it, and let me know if I can help you in any way.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
bye.